Hey there, everybody. Hope you can hear me all right. I came to the quietest section of the park, also the furthest away from music, to make sure I don't get any kind of trouble for copyright infringement. So, hey, Cichlids, I'm saying it correctly, Cichlids 5, thank you for stopping by. I'm not in Paris. It looks like it with the Eiffel Tower behind me. That is a 1/3 scale replica behind me. It is, I think, 300 and something feet, 333, I want to say, 390 feet tall. You can see pretty far when you get to the top of it, so it's pretty cool. Like I said, this is the quietest section of the park. I feel kind of shady. Hey there, Phil. I feel kind of shady being over. Well, first of all, I'm in the shade, which is great. I hope you can hear me over top of the roller coasters in the background. I don't think there's too many roller coasters in Paris right next to the Eiffel Tower, so that should give it away. I am, hey there, EJ Fishes 76. This is also a chance I was able to get away for a few minutes. Hey Susan, thank you for stopping by. Was able to get away for a few minutes. AMA Aquatics, thank you for stopping by. This is going to be a completely unedited. Once this is over, I'm going to go ahead and post this up on my channel without any editing, without adding any, tags I know of or descriptions or without any of the editing stuff. Just going to stream it, talk about it, announce this, and I don't know who or what Overwatch is, Cichlids 5. I'm just going to stream this and post it live to my channel. I might have to stop this right now, actually. So, hold on. Alright, actually, apparently I'm fine. Just want to make sure. Then we get past the summer. Yeah, Kevin, I got one because obviously my daughter likes to come a lot. My daughter likes to come to the park a lot, ride the rides. Hey there, JD Aquatics. Yeah, I'm all in the clear now. I keep as many people's privacy secure as possible. So anyways, I wanted to come on here tonight to announce, I was thinking yesterday I was driving back from a friend's cookout. It was his birthday party, beginning of the summer cookout. And a lot of times, the way that the brain works is that whenever you're doing a mundane task, a monotonous task like brushing your teeth or taking a shower or driving, in my case, a lot of times your brain switches into the creative mode, and it's at that time that I'm able to come up with some pretty crazy, or not crazy, but some pretty interesting, at least in my opinion, ideas. And being that that's one of my strengths is ideas. Hey, Guppy Crib, is I came up with an idea yesterday. I was actually thinking about a bunch of other stuff like animations and cartoons and new ideas for that. And then I started thinking, you know what? I need to focus on the fish hobby. I need to focus on what I already do and do some more focus on my channel. Cichlids 5, that's a good question. What's easiest to breed, guppies or mosquito fish? I've only personally bred guppies, so in my opinion that's the easiest. Mosquito fish, I don't really see what would be very enjoyable about them unless you could selectively breed certain traits. That's my thought. Which, I mean, that's the origins, I guess, of some wild-caught guppies, as they weren't as fancy as they are now. So that's what we have now is thanks to selective breeding. So, see what I was gonna say here. So anyways, yeah, I was driving back home yesterday and thinking that, like, the radio was off. Which, by the way, can y'all hear the music in the background to make sure that I'm completely safe on copyright infringement? I mean, if you can hear it, just let me know if you can, like, understand what song it is or anything, so you can't tell. So can anyone watching tell me, like, if you hear the music or you can tell what it is? Just pop that up in the chat. Be great. You'll probably hear it when I get quiet, which doesn't happen very often, right? So, got to go. Thank you for stopping by us. Cichlids 5. Make sure you stop by for my live stream tomorrow night. I'll be making a pretty exciting, I think, announcement about my channel, my plans, and this hobby, and getting good. Thank you, Susan, for answering that. I just want to make sure I'm not infringing on any copyrights. I have been in trouble for that before on a video probably 8 years ago. Can hear but can't make it as okay. Good. I'm pretty sure the roller coaster also helped to dull that out as well. Make sure I'm following as many rules as possible. I like to be a little bit of a rebel, but not too much. So anyways, I've been thinking, like, I obviously as a teacher, I like to reach out to the next generation of fish keepers, just like what we all do. And I like to reach out, obviously as a teacher more so, I like to focus out to the next generation and teaching them and helping them, especially with science. That's obviously my area of somewhat expertise, I guess you would say. Not really expertise in science, but taking complicated science and watering it down, no pun intended. But so I know a lot of people try and focus on, like, how can we pass this hobby on to the next generation. And a while back I had this idea about setting up a local fish store in an urban area, because that way I'll be able to reach out to urban area kids. And the thing is about in an urban area with a fish store is that what are people going to steal in a fish store? They're not going to steal fish. I mean, yeah, they could steal some equipment or food or, you know, nets or whatever, things like that. But I mean, I don't really know. I've just kind of been curious about that. Urban fish store. I mean, that's what I thought. And then my thought was to have a and the thing is, I hate cities. I get really uncomfortable driving in Richmond, all the one-way streets and all the craziness down there and all the chaos and traffic and hipsters. Just kidding. So anyways, in an urban fish store, and then hire, obviously, hey there, Kingley, thank you for stopping by. Obviously hiring local students, basically high school students, college students, because the way I feel it is that if kids' hands are busy in a fish tank, then they're not going to be busy doing other illegal or bad things. They're not going to be, you know, selling or doing drugs. They're not going to be doing anything violent. They're not going to be, you know, robbing. They're not going to be stealing anything. They're not going to be you know, hacking. They're not going to be doing a lot of stuff. Idle hands are the devil's playground, I think is the saying, and I'm a firm believer in that. And also there's so much science that can be learned, obviously, from the fish tank. So that was my first idea, but after watching Corey's videos about what all it takes to start up a local fish store, I started to decide against that. I'm like, I really don't feel like doing all that. I really don't feel like, I mean, that's a huge investment of time and money. And I mean, he had to take quite a few months, probably the first year, of not taking a salary, and definitely can't do that. So that kind of discouraged me away from opening a local fish store. So that kind of pushed me away. But then I started talking to talking to this other local fish store, and just talking to them about, hey, you know, what are things I could do for you? What kind of fish would you like to breed? What kind of fish would sell well? What are your busy hours? What are your off hours? What can I do to help you? Because I really like helping small local businesses. My dad is a small business owner and has been for all my life. So that kind of obviously runs in my blood. So I like to do that in whatever ways that I can. So anyways, finally, almost 10 minutes in, here's the whole point. My idea, after talking with these local fish stores, and this is what my live stream is going to be about tomorrow. It's kind of a teaser of a live stream for my live stream tomorrow night. Is that redundant? Do I need to submit this to the Department of the Redundancy Department? But anyways, my live stream tomorrow, I'm going to be announcing what my goal is and what my ideas are to pass this hobby on to the next generation, and how you all globally across the entire Fish Fam YouTube world can actually help to reach out to local youth. I'm thinking at least the people I was talking to, at least middle school to high school age, possibly even a little bit younger. Obviously they have to be able to read. Obviously I'd have their parents' permission, things like that, but I'm pretty excited about it, though I don't sound like it. I know I am pretty excited about it. I don't want to give too much away, but I will be announcing all the details tomorrow night on my live stream, after Bob's live stream. And I will tell you that this idea is kind of inspired by Bob's tanks for teachers. And me being a teacher, obviously that means a lot to me. And I know Kevin's watching, and Kevin is trying to talk his bosses at where he works, which is a place that reaches out to youth. I know that he wants to set up a fish tank in his place of work to be able to share his love of the hobby with kids as well. So not sure how that's going. I'm also going to be sharing this on my local fish club Facebook page to hopefully get more of them to watch my live stream tomorrow night, because my idea, if it works out well, it will also increase the participation and membership. Hey there, Dwayne. It'll increase the membership and participation in our local fish club, which is good for everybody. It'll be a thing that students can do with their parents, and I think it'll grow the hobby locally. It'll grow the hobby globally as well, because I'll be giving more of those details way later on, even after my live stream tomorrow night. Not giving away all the details. Thank you, Susan, for the prayers. Definitely, I appreciate it. And it's really, what I like about it is that I had the idea of setting up a local fish store in an urban area, and I wasn't even sure if it was going to be in Richmond, because I don't even like Richmond that much. I know, I live near Richmond, I hate it, but it's just the weirdness of me. But it was, I know that's not an original idea. There is a local fish store in the, like, just outside the city, basically in the city, in an urban area. But I know that's not original. But then talking with these local fish store people, they helped me to kind of mold the idea a little bit better. So it's always nice to collaborate with people in person and also on YouTube as well. So I'm definitely going to be needing you all to help me out tomorrow night on my live stream to, give me some ideas, give me some criticism, give me some ways I can make it better, ways that it'll build it up, or things I need to look out for, or new ideas, because I am really good about the general idea, but when it comes down to the details, which is how guys' brains work. As a male, our brains work in the big picture, and as the female brain, theirs work better in the details, the finer details about things. So I'm definitely going to need all the help that I can tomorrow night on the live stream. Dwayne, I'm with you. Definitely build the hobby in the store, but I feel like if I can already, why reinvent the wheel if I can just help out a local fish store and help out their business, and still be able to reach out to the next generation and share the hobby with the next generation, and share science with the next generation, and even include some science standards with the next generation by doing this fish tank idea. That's what I do in my classroom too, so then I think it'll be good all around. So the whole point of this is make sure that you stop by tomorrow night after Bob's live stream. It'll be by 9:30 p.m. Eastern. If it's a few minutes late, because I'm putting my daughter to bed or getting things straight with her, so who knows. But I also wanted to test out the YouTube live stream feature. I've never used it before. I was enjoying being able to see the chat on the left side here. That's really nice. Usually whenever I do live streams, I see the I live stream from my phone on a different app, and then I see the chat on my laptop. But obviously I didn't bring that while I'm here with my family, who's probably going to be wondering where I am here pretty soon. So before I get in any trouble with the park or with my family, I better get going. So to those of you that stopped by, thank you very much for stopping by. Thank you very much for your time. Hey Nisi, drop my chat to remind, thank you back to listening while cleaning. Lurkers unite. Yes, Nisi's perfect timing. I'm about to end it right now, actually, to end this live stream, because luckily I am on the Wi-Fi here, which is great. I love that we're in that kind of world now where almost everywhere has Wi-Fi. It's great. I'm going to go ahead and end this now, but just make sure you all stop by there tomorrow. Share it wherever you can. That'd be great, because I really want to, as many ideas and what I'm looking for, not criticism, but as many, different angles of looking at it. Thank you for lurking, Tawny. As many angles and perspectives of looking at it, because then I think it can really help me to work out the kinks of my idea. And I hope I didn't give away too much, but I hope I gave away just enough just to build up your curiosity, like what I usually do in a teaser video. So I know this is kind of redundant, like I said earlier, a teaser, a live stream teaser for a live stream, but anyways, I hope you all have a great rest of your weekend. I will hopefully see you all later tonight. It's in 2 hours, right, Eric? But I was actually thinking about talking to him, Dwayne. Thinking about talking to him about this, because I would like to, for my students and for youth in general, to help the world fish that are endangered and threatened in general, to help them out. I thought that would be a great thing, and if they could have an impact in that way, that's exactly what I was thinking, Dwayne. So good thought. That's, we're on the same wavelength right now. So anyways, it's make sure that I really do appreciate you all stopping by once again. I really do appreciate. Anyways, well, I'll see you all on Corey's live stream, hopefully, and it'll be in about 1 hour and 49 minutes from now. Eric has tons of experience, fish store, fish room. Yeah, his fish room is really cool. I saw that. So I will definitely have to be looking him up, Dwayne. So anyways, before I get rambling on another tangent here, I'm going to go ahead and go. So you all have a great weekend. I'll see you all tonight later on in Corey's live stream, and I'll be trying to answer as many questions on there as I possibly can. So anyways, keep it fishy, people.